light up when the rest of me is down. You enchant me even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them down. I'm latching on, babe. Now I know what I have found.
Okay, catching my breath. Good afternoon. My name's Ishrat, and I'm not a dancer. That's right, I'm not a dancer. I'm an auditor, actually. I didn't train in ballet since I was a little girl, and I didn't grow up on an island somewhere where people just seem to know how to dance. I grew up in Dubai to Bangladeshi Muslim parents, and while I had an amazing childhood, dance was not something that was part of my culture. Modesty is praised culturally and religiously where I grew up, and showy expressions using the body, especially for women, are considered immodest. So there I was with all of this energy and nowhere to channel any of it. What strange desire would cause someone to want to move their body in haphazard directions anyways? Years later, at 17, I moved to Toronto, and I graduated from university and landed a job as an auditor. And staring at Excel for 8 to 14 hours a day at my desk on a laptop. Needless to say, I became well acquainted with that thing called stress. And on one of my nights out, I saw a girl hula hooping. It was completely mesmerizing. Everything about it, with this object that I'd only seen of as a child's toy until then. So I had to learn it. I found the only girl that was teaching at the time, a wonderful lady named Sadie Spins. And I stepped into this hoop and found a role I fell deeply in love with. The first thing I learned to do was to fail. I dropped the hoop over and over. Sometimes I hit myself. Other times I hit other people in the head. But what I learned was, in order to learn, you need to fail a lot. Then I learned to focus. Now that's a big one for me. My mom always said when I was little, I would leave things half done. I would pick up a painting, do half of it, and start a new hobby every few months. Not much has changed. I could barely get through writing this. But suddenly, I was finding myself hooping for hours at a time, like completely captivated, and finally understanding what it felt to have every bit of your brain and body engaged, and what a great feeling that was. You ever walk into a coffee shop and you look over and there's someone staring at you like they were about to say something? Well, that's me. I talk to anybody and everyone. I can't shut up. In my hoop, I found silence. I started to listen to myself and to hear all of these thoughts and opinions without interruptions, and to just listen in this continuous circular motion. And I was surprised with all of these feelings that I hadn't really been listening to. I let my hoop push me over obstacles, things I didn't know how to do yet, pull me where I needed to be, even if that was just to be still and to find a moment of grace. This new world allowed me to communicate with my body and to find new ways to move, find new muscles that I didn't know existed. This new world allowed me to find a nonverbal way of communicating, being able to say, I'm feeling vulnerable today, or this moment is a miracle, using only movement. And I watched myself blossom, finding flowing patterns from one expression to the next, with a familiarity that only comes from a labor of love. And when I was really lucky, I reached flow, a state of complete self-acceptance and being fully present. What was really interesting to me was I was seeing, and amongst my hooping community, I was seeing women in their 50s and 60s who had never really connected with themselves before, and who would always begin with, I never knew how to hula hoop back when those hula hoops first came out. Picking these up and not only learning, but connecting with their bodies, finding their styles of their own without judgment and comparison. As humans, we tend to be so self-conscious, always comparing ourselves to those we've deemed dancers. Get some alcohol involved, we're all dancers. And some of us connect to our bodies through going to the gym or through yoga, but I think sometimes we forget what it feels like to throw your body around in a completely unstructured way, and the joy that I know some of you feel when you're dancing in your room when no one's watching, or dancing in the kitchen, or chair dancing at work. So what I'd like to do is I want to invite you guys to try and find dance in yourself, and maybe find yourself, because if I can find it in a plastic circle, you can probably find it anywhere. And in the words of a Muslim Sufi poet many of us know, Rumi, dance when you're broken open, dance if you've torn the bandage off, dance in the middle of fighting, dance in your blood, dance when you're perfectly free. Thank you.